Hey guys, this is Dozer with Dozer's RC Play. I'm just here to show you a quick little tip on repairing or replacing your capacitor off your ESC. That's my new unit I just got put in. Here's the old unit. So you might think it's way more complicated than it is. But with just a few things, you can get it done, get your ESC back up and running with no problem at all. Let me get set up and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so here's what you'll need. First, you're going to need a heat gun, some wire cutters, some wire strippers. Then from eBay, I picked up this little capacitor pack. Less than $10, and then I have a converter connector to run to a 3S battery, and then I got some wiring and some soldering connectors along with some heat shrink tubing, and that's basically all you need it. So it looks way more complicated than it is, and I'm just going to go over the basics with you so you can have a look at it. So first, what you have here is your capacitor that's completely destroyed, ripped off, and you see your positive lead coming off of your ESC, and then your negative lead right here, also broken off. Then all you're going to need to do is take your wire strippers, just strip these back a little bit. And then on your other side of the wires, get set up with your wiring. You're gonna slide on your shrink wrap and you're gonna slide on your soldering tube. So the whole reason I made this video is because I was completely intimidated about doing a little bit of soldering or electrical repair. And then once I did it, I figured out that it was really easy and I could save my ESC and bring it back to full power. And you know, I realized that there was an issue before I even knew the wire was cut when I was doing some big jumps and I was losing power on flips or hitting max trigger on full speed runs. So it was cutting out on me, but it was from the capacitor being down and me not even realizing. So once I figured it out and got it done, I realized that it wasn't all that complicated, and I just wanted to share the video with you guys. So if you ever run into this, save your ESC, switch out to a new capacitor, or just repair the one that you have, and you'll be all set up, and it's really not that difficult. You can see I have the new capacitor here, then your positive and negative wires I have running into these little solder tubes, and then the shrink wrap. So all I'm doing is gonna trim the wire back, the wire covering back on the positive and the negative, and same here. And then I'm gonna splice the wires together. And once you splice the wires together, just make sure you put the heat wrap on first, and then when you use your heat gun, these little solder connectors here will just melt down and they fill into your wires and give you a good solid connection. Then you're going to take the heat shrink tube and go over the top of it and just seal it down and weatherproof it. So that's basically it, and I'm going to show you just a little bit more, but give me 1 second, I'll be right back with you. Okay, let's get in there a little bit tighter and see if you can see the actual repair. So right there you see the positive line going into the line to the capacitor. Then you see the capacitor is triple tied down onto the negative line coming out of the ESC. And then the other thing I did while I was in there, keep in mind this is an older ESC and I was just fixing it up, putting on the new capacitor. But while I was in there, I picked up a new ESC plate from Garage Life, a high-powered fan, which I drilled out the holes just a little bit thicker to put in bigger screws, and then the fan cover, and then have it tied down to make it more secure. If you look on the back side of the fan, you'll see, let me try spinning it this way. That was a 4-wire lead coming out of the fan, and I simply cut it down to a 2-wire lead, which is right here, and used the same tubes to solder them together, and then ran my line back through my chassis support. So that's the basics of repairing your capacitor or replacing your capacitor. All right, guys, there you go. So just remember, it's really not that difficult. As long as you have the right tools, you can make it happen. You can replace that capacitor or simply repair the one that you have. I know when I was first learning, it was very difficult and intimidating for some of this stuff. And I'm still a rookie, but when you try to find videos to help you, sometimes it's difficult because I feel like you're a rookie and then you're an automatic pro and you know how to do all this stuff. But I didn't, so I kind of figured out some of the stuff on my own, and I just thought I'd share it with you because maybe it'll help you out. So anyway, this is Dozer. Dozer's RC Play. Now it's time to go out and play. Have a good day, and I wish you the best. Okay guys, looks like a few of you hung out to get some money-saving ideas. First of all, I got these little washers that will go in the sunken head screws. The sunken head screws didn't quite fit just right, so I just beveled them out a little bit. And then, there you go, there's the finished look. Pretty cool. Then, from AliExpress, I got these DU Racing Arma 6S rear guard plates. I already checked them out, they fit perfect. I got the RC all-wheel drive center diff for less than $25. And then here we have a full set of bearings. You can see it's for a Typhon 6S. 22 pieces, so you can change them out on the whole car for less than 10 bucks. And I think these were right around $8. So a couple of money-saving ideas for you guys. Anyway, I really appreciate you hanging out. If I don't see you, have a great holiday season, and I wish the best. Take care.